Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Pimlico Racecourse here on Friday. It is May the 19th, 2017. I'm going to look at all the stakes races on today's program from Pimlico, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. It's a great card from Pimlico. This is probably my favorite betting weekend of the whole year. It's just, I really love, the races, and it's always been very fun. I'm going to look at all the stakes races 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 13. So 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. I'll give you an all stakes pick 5 play also. So let's get on to it, starting off with race number 5 from Pimlico. The 5th race is the 24th running of the Dew Point Distaff. Grade 3 race purse, $150,000. It's your fillies, mares, 3-year-olds, and upwards. Field of 8 horses going the distance of grounds of 1,800 meters or 1 mile and 1/8 on the main track at Pimlico. And opposed to 2 weeks ago in Louisville at Churchill, it's going to be very warm this weekend in Baltimore at Pimlico. So handicap for a dry track. That's what I did. This race is a great one. As a top pick, I like the number 4 horse, Terra Promessia. I'm going to go 4-6-1-3 in the superfecta, 4-6-1-3 super, but my top pick, number 4, Terra Promessia, or Terra Promessa, 6-5, Jose Ortiz for Steve Asmussen, this 4-year-old filly out of Curlin. If you remember, Curlin did win the 2007 Preakness over this course, so maybe one of his daughters could do well in this race. Most recently, this horse had to start at Oaklawn on the 14th of April, mile 16th in the Grade 1 Apple Blossom Handicap. This horse finished second by 1/4 lengths behind Stellar Win. This horse just ran her heart out. Couldn't catch Stellar Win, but she ran her heart out. I think coming here facing lesser quality horses, she should run a big one. Start before at Oakland, mile 16th in the Grade 2 Azari Stakes at 30 cents a dollar. Heavy favorite. This horse finished 5th by 5 lengths. It hit the wall in the stretch. It just wasn't her day to win. Didn't break that well. It just wasn't her day to win. And then the Bayaco at Oakland, mile 16th, February the 18th. Horse won by 4 3/4 lengths. Was on the lead all throughout. Was 1-2. Ran like a 1-2 shot should run. It was a very easy victory. Jose Ortiz has ridden this horse in the past. That was earlier this year, January the 14th at Oakland, mile 16th in the Pippin. Horse won by 4.5 lengths, on the lead all throughout, easy victory. I think on this race course, facing lesser quality horses again, this horse should have a very good run, so I'll use her as a top pick. So to recap my bets for race number 5 for Pimlico, it's the 24th Dew Point Distaff. Gonna go with the 4 horse Terra Promessa. I'm gonna go 4-6-1-3 in the superfecta. To race number 7 now. The 7th race is featured on the program, and it's one of my favorite races of all time. It's the 47th running of the Pimlico Special. Grade 3 race purse, $300,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground of 1,900 meters or 1 mile and 3/16 on the main course here at Pimlico. And I show the diagram. It gives me a second to look down in my notes, so just bear with me. Mile 3/16, 1,900 meters, and one of my favorite horses that ran this race has to come from about 12 years ago now, and it was a horse by the name of Eddington, and it was a very sloppy day, and he just ran a hell of a race. I always remember him of being, just one of the races. I just remember him when I was a kid and watching Eddington run a big race in this one. It's just one of those great memories you have, and this race has gone through some, a little bit of financial troubles. They didn't run it from between, I believe, 2008 until basically 2012 when they resurrected it, and every year it's been getting a little bit better and better. This year you have a very nice horse of Shaman Ghost running in it, and I think he's going to run a big one, so I'll use him as a top pick. I'll go 6-2-5-3 in the superfecta, 6-2-5-3 super, but a single in the pick 5. I'll use the 6 horse Shaman Ghost. He's 4-5 here. Javier Castellano for Jimmy Jerkins. This 5-year-old horse had a Go Zapper who's out of awesome again, so this horse has classic pedigree through and through. Most recently, the 11th of March at Santa Anita Park, mile 1/4 in the Big Cap Santa Anita Handicap. This horse won by 3/4 length, just out off the pace that day, and in the stretch it was a little bit wide, but really had a great turn of foot. It was an all-around great race, beating Midnight Storm. Got a 108 buyer, which was this horse's best buyer time. He was the best horse by a mile and proved it. He's the best horse again in this one today, facing even lesser quality horses. I think he'll just run a very big one. Start before Gulfstream Park, mile 8th, January 28th in the Pegasus World Cup Invitational. His horse finished second by 4 3/4 lengths behind Arrogate. Was 20-1 that day. Was a little bit wide, but got up for second against a very tough horse. He just ran his heart out. And then the Clark Handicap at Churchill, mile 8th, November 25th. Horse finished third by 6 1/4 lengths. He got sick or right before the Breeders' Cup. Was supposed to run in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Didn't run him there. They had to wait for the Clark, and I don't think he was 100% fit that day. He got bumped that day and really weakened out in the stretch. Wasn't his day to win. But before that, he won the Woodward, finished 5th in the Suburban, and won the Brooklyn Handicap. He's done well. He did well last year. He's doing incredibly well this year. As a 3-year-old, he won the Queen's Plate on the all-weather at Woodbine. I think he's just going to run a big one. He's the best horse, like I said, by a mile, and he's a very nice workout at Belmont. 5 furlongs last week and 59 flat, the best workout of 10. I think this horse is rearing to go. Watch out for this one to run a big one. So to recap my bets for the 7th from Pimlico, it's the 47th Pimlico Special. Going to go with the 6-horse Shaman Ghost. I'm going to go 6-2-5-3 in the superfecta. I'll single the 6-horse in my pick 5 ticket. To race number 8 now from Pimlico. The 8th race is the 45th running at the Hilltop Stakes. Purse $100,000 for fillies 3-year-olds. We have a field of 13 horses going the distance of ground of 1,600 meters or 1 mile on the turf course. 1 mile. My top pick in this one, I like the number 5 horse, Compelled. I'm going to go 5-3, 10, 12, 11 in the super high 5. 5, 3, 10, 12, 11 in the super high 5. I might just do actually a super key with the 5 on top, but I would use 5 horses in the pick 5 here. I think this is this is one of the most difficult races of the pick 5 sequence, and I think this is the race you're going to want to go deep. The next 2 actually, and like I said, I'll use all those 5 horses, but my top pick out of them, I'll go with the 5 horse Compelled, 3-1 Paco Lopez for Tom Proctor's 3-year-old filly out of Warfront. A few weeks ago, actually a few months ago now, March the 11th at Tampa Bay Downs, mile 16th in the Florida Oaks. This horse finished third by 3/4 length behind 55 and Lock Cornell. Lock Cornell won next start out at Churchill. And 55, I think 55 might have ran in the Oaks or something like that. But back to this race. This horse just closed up a tiny bit at the end, but I think she might have needed the race. She was a little bit wide. She gets a better post draw here today, and she should do a lot better. Start before Gulfstream Park, 1 mile in the Sweet Chanter, Sweet Charmer Stakes, whatever they want to call that race. Horse finished second by 3/4 length behind Ramiska. Closed up a lot at the end, but just missed. Disappointing beat. And then at Gulfstream Park West Mile in the Juvenile Phillies Turf Stakes. Horse won by 6.5 lengths. Got the lead in the stretch and took off clear. Very nice victory as a heavy favorite, just over evens that day. I think this horse will just run a big one here today in this spot. Has a great post draw, so watch out for this one. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Pimlico, it's the 45th Hilltop. Going to go with the 5 horse Compelled as the top pick. Going to go 5 with the 3, 10, 12, 11 in a superfecta key for 10 cents. Going to cost you $2.40. I'll use the 5, 3, 10, 12, 11 in my pick 5 also. So now let's get on to race number 9. 9th race is another race that always goes, it's always a great race. The 9th race is the 32nd running of the Adenia Springs Miss Preakness Stakes. It's a grade 3 race here going for a purse of $150,000. It's for 3-year-old fillies. Field of 15 horses, but only 14 can run going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters for international viewers, or 6 furlongs here on the main track. 6 furlongs. My top pick in this one, I like the number 8 horse, number 8 Nona Bella. I'm going to go 8-7-12-1 in the superfecta, 8-7-12-1 superfecta. I'll also use all 4 of those horses in my pick 5 ticket. But my top pick, number 8 Nona Bella, 5-1 John Velazquez for Todd Pletcher, the Strill affiliate of Stay Thirsty, most recently on the 1st of April at Gulfstream Park, mile 16th in the grade 2 Gulfstream Park Oaks. This horse finished 4th by 6 lengths that day. Was 7-2 that day, I believe 3rd choice. He set the pace early on and kind of hit the kind of hit the wall going into the far turn. I think this horse will be a better one-turn horse. Cutting back in distance, I think is it's the best thing for this horse. Start before on March 10th at Gulfstream Park, 7 furlongs and opposite 75 claimer. Horse won by length. It was just on and off the lead all throughout and had a very good, easy victory. But this horse was a little bit leery in the stretch. She was a little bit green. Hopefully she could stay on her leads and stuff. And then start before 6.5 furlongs, Gulfstream Park, and main special for 38,000. Horse won by neck on lead all throughout. Easy victory from the rail. It was just an all-around easy race. I think coming here today, sprinting again, cutting back in distance, like I said, this horse should have a very good run. It's been training down at Palm Beach Downs, 4-furlong workout, 49-1, the second best workout, 13, and a 4-furlong workout, Palm Beach, and 48-1, the best workout, 17. So just watch out for this one today. So to recap my bets for the 9th from Pimlico, it's the 32nd Miss Preakness Stakes. Going to go with the 8-horse, Nona Bella. I'm going to go 8-7-12-1 in the superfecta. I'll go 8-7-12-1 in my pick 5 also. To race number 10 now from Pimlico. The 10th race is the 12th running of the Jim McKay Turf Sprint. Purse $100,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 16 horses, but the 15 and 16 are also eligible. Only 14 could go the distance of ground of 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs on the turf course. The rail will be set at 0 feet on Friday and Saturday, so they'll be running from the hedge or the rail, whatever they want to call it. 5 furlongs here, and this is the kind of race I think you could find a single. I'm going to just use the favorite, the 10-horse Richard's Boy. I think he's the ideal favorite and single in this race. I'm going to go 10-5-7-2 in the superfecta though. 10-5-7-2 super, that's my top 4, but a single would be the 10-horse Richard's Boy. If I had to add a horse, I would add maybe the 5-horse Ben's Cat. He loves Pimlico, but his last few have been very, he hasn't won since this race last year, and he's been, maybe he's winding down in his career running, I'm not sure, but I think Richard's Boy, the 10-horse, is an ideal horse that's going to run big. 4-1, Paco Lopez for Peter Miller. This horse ran in the Middle East most recently, about 6 weeks ago, March 25th at Maidan in the UAE. 6 furlongs on Yield and Going in the Group 1 Al-Quad Sprint. This horse finished 5th by 2.5 lengths that day. I ran a hell of a race for the American sprinting that day. Long and Valley, the American, had the best finish in this race, but this horse ran his heart out. He just missed in the final few strides. Disappointing beat, but going the 5 furlong distance today, which this horse loves, this horse should have a very good run. Start before at Santa Anita Park, going down the hill, 6.5 furlongs in the Sensational Star a month earlier. This horse finished second by nose and just missed. Got caught right before the wire. Disappointing beat, but before that on the dirt, he won the Cal Cup Sprint. He finished third in San Simone, but last time going 5 furlongs in optional 80, Claimer at Del Mar. This horse went by 3/4 length on to lead all through and just ran easy. His start before Del Mar in the Green Fish Stakes, he finished second and just missed because he was a little bit wide that day, but he just missed the victory that day. Before that he finished second in the Sensational Star, but he's going to be a fresh horse, I think, here today. He like I said, he's going the 5 furlong distance. He loves it. He's 4-3 at it. Just watch out for this one to run a very big one here today. So to recap my bets for the 10th from Pimlico, it's the 12th Jim McKay Turf Sprint. Going to go with the number 10 horse Richard's Boy. I'm going to go 10-5-7-2 in the superfecta. I'll single the 10 horse in my pick 5. To race number 11 now from Pimlico. The 11th race is the 93rd running of the Black-Eyed Susan Stakes, Grade 2, purse $250,000. It's for fillies 3-year-olds. Field of 11 3-year-old fillies going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or 1 mile and 1/8 on the main track. Mile and 1/8. My top pick in this one, I like the number 9 horse. Number 9, Summer Luck. I'm going to go 9-7-3-2 in the superfecta. 9-7-3-2 super. Now for the multi-race pick 5 wager, this is the final leg. I would use the 9 horse. I would definitely use the 7 horse at 4-1. I think she's going to run a big one also. The 3 horse, I would probably go 4 deep in this one, to tell you the truth. So I'll go 9-7-3-2 in the superfecta and also in the pick 5, but top pick number 9, Summer Luck. 5-1, Javier Castellano from Marcasi, the Striel Filia, looking at lucky, did win this the 2010 Preakness here, so her daddy did well here. Most recently April the 8th at Keeneland, a mile 16th in the Grade 1 Ashland. This horse finished 5th by 5 lengths that day, and for some reason that weekend at Keeneland, some of the horses were either taken to the surface or were not taken to the surface. This horse didn't take to the surface that well. He just really weakened out of it. It wasn't her day to win. I think coming back here facing a little lesser quality horses, she should have a better run. But something she's going to have to try and do, she's going to have to try and save ground from the outside post draw. She's a kind of a closer, so you can watch this horse closing at the end. Start before March the 4th at Gulfstream Park, 1 mile in the grade 2 Devona Dale. This horse finished third by 3/4 length that day, and was far back early, and had a little bit stretch troubles by a little traffic trouble. Had to alter her course a few times, but she got off a third, which wasn't half bad. Miss Sky Warrior won next start out also, who won that day. She ran some really, nice races in her lifetime. She finished fourth in the forward gal before that 7 furlongs on February the 4th at Gulfstream. She was a little bit wide, closed up a little bit at the end, but needed that extra kick, and finished third in the Old Hat sprinting. I don't think this horse is a sprinter. I think she's a better mile and an eighth to a mile and a quarter horse. She's getting the mile and eighth today. She's going to get some speed where she can maybe close up well. Watch out for this one to upset here at 5-1. So to recap my bets for the 11th from Pimlico, it's the 93rd Black Eyed Susan. Going to go with the 9-horse Summer Luck. I'm going to go 9-7-3-2 in the superfecta. I'll go 9-7-3-2 in my pick 5 wager also. If you've been following it, it's about a $40 ticket. I'm estimating about a $40 ticket if you follow this pick 4 ticket. So now let's get on to race number 13. We're going to skip over race number 12 because that's not a stakes race, and head on to race number 13 now, which is a stakes race. The 13th is the 24th running of the Ski Pat Stakes. Purse $100,000. It's for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds, and upwards. Field of 9 horses going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the main track. 6 furlongs. My top pick in this one, I like the number 9 horse. Number 9, Clip the Coupon Annie. I'm going to go 9-5-7-8 in the superfecta, 9-5-7-8 super, but number 9, Clip the Coupon Annie, 9-5. John Velazquez for Todd Pletcher, this 4-year-old filly out of Uncle Mo for Rapoli Stables, who bred and owns this horse. Rapoli Stables had some very nice luck in the years past this Preakness weekend at Pimlico. So that's an owner group you really want to keep an eye on. And plus, they're actually neighbors of mine. They live, his family live right across the street from me, so I have to root for the hometown owners. Most recently, this horse ran on April 9th at Aqueduct, 7 furlongs in the distaff handicap. This horse finished third by 2.5 lengths that day. It was setting the pace early on and kind of weakened out of it. It was her first start of the year. I think she needed the race. I think second off the layoff, cutting back in distance. She should run a very bang-on race. Start for December the 16th at Gulfstream. 6 furlongs, optional 6-2 claimer. Horse won by 2.25 lengths. Almost on lead all throughout and had an easy, clear victory. But he had to get John Velazquez had to whip the horse a little bit in the stretch to keep her going. She's out of Uncle Mo and Indian Charlie, who personally I think Uncle Mo is a miler, even though he has produced a mile and a quarter Derby winner. But I just think Uncle Mo's a miler. Indian Charlie is a sprinter in my eyes, and this horse has pedigreed sprint, and she's done very well sprinting. Her start before that, December the 10th race, you have to go all the way back to February the 20th of 2016. Aqueduct, 6 furlongs in the Franklin Square. Horse won by half length, almost on lead all throughout. Easy victory. One optional claimer before that at Aqueduct on the Rest in Peace inner track very nicely by 5 lengths. She should have a very good run here today. Best horse 5 mile. Just watch out for this one. So to recap my bets for the 13th from Pimlico, it's the 24th Ski Pat Stakes. Going to go with the 9 horse here. Clip the Coupons Annie. Going to go 9-5-7-8 in the superfecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKit5.